Welcome, Diecast fans. I'm Tom Spanners-Watson.
And I'm Frank the Gear Gibbs.
And welcome to the next round of the Outlaw Wannabes.
These 4 drivers all made it to the list last week, and tonight we've got 10 drivers battling for the 2 remaining spots.
So these drivers have got their work cut out for them. The final battles are going up against the 2 fastest qualifiers who are only racing the once.
Let's take a closer look at who's actually competing. First up, one of the very fast drivers was Baby Cookie from Junkyard Joust, driving curbside, who qualified with a 13.382 time.
In the jacked up 57 Chevy, we've got Hattrick, driven by JB. He qualified with the best time of 14.693.
Driving the Mustang SVO, called Highwayman, which is very reminiscent of the old Mag Max car, is Arlo, and he qualified with a best time of 14.279.
I love that his car says to protect and swerve. All right, next up, we've got Nathan driving Maverick. He qualified with a best time of 14.174.
Now, a driver I think you're really going to have to keep your eyes on is RDO Flyer. Nighthawk qualified with a smoking 13.088 time.
That's right up there with Baroness. Next up, Old Gnarly, driven by Craig Senior. He qualified with the best time of 14.205.
What a beast of a car, that one. One of only 3 remaining wannabes from the original round is Old Dirty, driven by Wally Champ. His best qualifying time was 14.335.
Damo's driving another 57 Chevy, this one called Resurrection. His best qualifying time was 14.656.
Now that looks like genuine play patina, I love it. Then we've got Papa Pugsley, he's driving another Mustang, this one called Slimer, and his best time was 14.603.
One of the OGs of the Outlaws competition is Kit Cam. He's driving the Charm with a best time of 14.025.
And let's just hope nothing happens to him in this competition.
He's certainly been on the receiving end of some rough treatment, but let's get into some racing. First up, we've got Old Dirty versus Hattrick.
Old Dirty, one of the older cars. Let's see if he's still got it against the new blood.
JB jumping out to a big lead here in that 57 Chev. No, he gets a bit of a slide through that second dog leg. I don't think we've seen anybody do that yet. A little bit rough into Big Kahuna Corner, but he's going to take a clear win there with a 13.989 time.
We've definitely not had anybody power slide into that second dog leg like that. Nice car control, JB.
Hattrick takes down Old Dirty and moves through to the next round. Let's see who he's going to be chasing. Another 57 Chev this time. It's Damo driving Resurrection going up against Kit KM in the Charm.
Kit can be pretty wily, so Damo's going to have his work cut out for him.
Damo with a slight lead. Kit nudges him from behind, sends him into a spin. Kit slips around, nice and clean, and he pulls a reverse drift around Petrolhead Corner for some reason. Keeps it clean through Big Kahuna Corner. Damo nowhere in sight and he takes the win.
Kit showing Damo who's boss here. Damo thought he had it. Kit gives him a nudge, sent him into a spin, and then picked his line beautifully to find that gap and race down to the finish.
And speaking of finish, the other Cam didn't catch this. Check this out.
What a huge big flip right into the camera.
Congratulations, Kit. The Charm moves through to the next round.
Kit already signalling that he's not afraid to play rough. JB driving Hattrick's going to have to watch himself.
Will JB's 57 Chev have any better luck against the Charm?
Crikey's going to have to catch up to him first.
Kit clean through Bogan Alley. What a massive lead over JB. I'm not sure if JB's having engine trouble or if he's left a handbrake on, but he has been left behind as Kit takes the win and he is going to move through to the next round.
I don't know if JB thought he'd hang back till they got through Bogan Alley and then make his run, but he left it way too late if that was his plan, because Kit was off like a shot. And even taking a bad angle into Big Kahuna Corner and slowing down, Kit was still well ahead of JB there.
So with that win for the Charm, that means Kit is moving on to the final round with a shot at the list.
It's the first time on the track in a race for Curbside, driven by Baby Cookie from Junkyard Joust. How's he going to do against the experience of Kit KM?
Cookie trying to get around the outside. Kit flips him over.
Oh, baby.
Baby Cookie goes down. Kit running away with it again. That is just a tragedy for Baby Cookie. But Kit's taking a bad line. Here comes Baby Cookie. Baby Cookie slips around Kit right in Big Kahuna Corner for the win.
What an insane race. Baby Cookie with the right line there. Kit flip him over. But what an amazing job from Baby Cookie to get back on his wheels. And then here comes Kit. Got it all kinds of wrong in Big Kahuna Corner. And when he stalled his engine, he rolled to the inside. Baby Cookie, who'd managed to get himself back on his wheels, just slips right around and takes the win and takes a spot on the list.
What a crazy race, but congratulations, Baby Cookie. Starting us off for the second group, we've got Maverick, driven by Nathan, going up against Papa Pugsley, driving Slimer.
There's a couple of Mustangs in tonight's race. Let's hope they stay safe.
Looks like Slimer's got into the side of Maverick, gets around him, but takes the wrong angle into the second dogleg, gets going again, seems to find his pace as he heads down to Big Kahuna Corner, gets into a massive spin, slows right down. Maverick pulls up right beside him, and if they stalled out, no, they get going again. As they roll towards the finish line, Slimer takes it in a very pedestrian time.
Maverick was clearly in front and had right away here, but Papa Pugsley didn't back down and spun him around. and then he just actually got clipped there by Maverick. That's what sent him sideways into that second dogleg, but he got all kinds of spinny spins into Big Kahuna Corner. Luckily for him, he rolled to the outside, so Maverick couldn't get past. I thought they'd completely stalled out, but they did manage to get going again, even though they probably could have run to the finish quicker than they went. But congratulations, Papa Pugsley and Slimer, you take the win.
So we have a Mustang moving through to the next round and a potential list contender.
And speaking of Mustangs, we got Highwayman driven by Arlo in their awesome Mustang SVO going up against Old Gnarly driven by Craigster Senior.
Craigster drops the hammer early, gets out to a nice lead, a nice line through Bogan Alley by both drivers, and Arlo up the inside. What an incredible overtake. He gets spun around through Petrolhead Corner, manages to keep the gas down, spins around right in the final straight, a high-risk manoeuvre, but he holds on.
What a phenomenal bit of driving here from Arlo. Craigster had a nice lead on him here, but Arlo saw the opportunity, cuts to the outside. Craigster goes to block him. He suddenly ducks back the inside, takes the lead, and then shuts the door on Craigster. Unfortunately, Craigster got into the side of him, and that spun Arlo around, but Arlo just buried his boot all the way to the finish line, pulled a huge high-risk manoeuvre here as he spun right around, kept it together, and takes a beautiful win.
Wow, what an incredible drive there from Arlo and Highwayman. Congratulations, you're moving through to the next round to protect and swerve indeed.
Oh, crikey, 2 Mustangs in 1 Outlaws race. I hope all the spectators well behind the barriers.
Well, that's never stopped a Mustang before, but Highwayman gets out to an early lead here, takes a bad line into Bogan Alley, but so does Papa Pugsley. Papa Pugsley ends up on his roof.
I see they've both got their Mustang dials tuned all the way up to 11.
As per the Outlaw rules, Arlo just has to stay on his wheels, but he is going to take the win anyway and move into the final round.
It's not really clear why Arlo cut to the inside, but Papa Pugsley there just seemed to ride up the wall, and that flipped him over and handed the win straight to Highwayman.
And the safety crews are out collecting Papa Pugsley there.
He's lucky he didn't kill any bogans, although there's no penalty for killing bogans, so I suppose he'd be fine.
Arlo is going to have to pull finger here as he takes on RDO Flyer driving Nighthawk, the fastest qualifier, but how's he going to do in an actual race?
I'd say he's doing just fine looking at that.
Even that huge blower on Highwayman is no match for Nighthawk as RDO Flyer just feeds it some channel and flies down the track, and wow, what a great time!
Nighthawk definitely doing the business there on Highwayman. He takes the perfect line through Bogan Alley, while we've got Arlo there who pulls up to talk to the other cops.
Congratulations, RDO Flyer, driving Nighthawk, a stunning time of 13.130. You've secured your spot on the list.
And there is the current number 1, Rubber Toe driving the Baroness, parked up next to Vagabond, Ratbird and Munted, and they'll be explaining to the newcomers how now that all the easy races are out of the way, it's time to put in the real work and work their way up the list.
Well, next week they'll be racing to find out which spot they will occupy on the list and who's going to be at the dangerous gatekeeper spot.
Oh yeah, you never want to sit in that number 10 spot. That's way too easy to get knocked off.
Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's races. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Tom Spanners Watson. He's Frank the Guru Gibbs. We look forward to seeing you next time.